because I think they're related to a football club in Italy or something. But part of the reason that Raynor left and he joined Kaitza, I don't know whether it was for. I mean, I assume that they're not paying. He's not cheap necessarily, but I have no idea what player rates are at this stage in the game. Is the fact that he wanted to play in the WTL. Like playing in a team league is a significant draw. Yeah, but the problem was Hectic. They honestly they couldn't build a WTL team because they didn't have. I don't think they had the resources to fund a full 3 players. Anyway, folks, you thought that last series was good, and we had some really fantastic late game TVC. At least the Spirit Champ series. We now have a Kaitza versus the Kwangdong Freecs. Which, I'm not a big fan of their new logo. I liked the really clean blue AF, but so it goes. And we have Trap versus Gumiho, which I have not seen any of Traps in Katowice. I know he gave that interview where he said he thought he was going to get called to the military soon, so he might be retiring. We don't know that just yet. We're waiting to find it out. But, man. Trap versus Gumiho is exciting. Gumiho has some really excellent TVP. And he plays it weird. Like, he came back from the military and we started to see this weird Marauder concussive shell, but it wasn't proxied. It was instead, well, let me go and actually just build the Marauder at home. Build concussive shells at home, run it across, maybe catch an adept or something. And just use it as a tempo move. As a play like that, rather than actually some sort of, let me proxy and make something happen. But it looks like Trap's got a little bit of a sneaky probe here. Don't really know what he's going to go for just yet. Hey, Hanette the Bird. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you too, Hanette. Happy belated birthday to you too. So when we talk about the story of this series, and again, you know, I'm more than happy to talk about anything else as well. This is my birthday stream, whatever happens. I get the donations from Steadfast. Is he streaming right now? If he donated to my stream, I mean, he subbed yesterday. It's hilarious. He subbed yesterday right as I was calling him out for not subbing to my channel while I subbed to his channel. Like, it was perfect timing. It was not something that he was reactively doing it. Like, oh, hey, you know, Steadfast, how's it going? Like, what is this? You know, you're not subbed to mine. I've been subbed to you for like 2 years. And like, as I was saying that, the sub went through. It was not reactive at all. But the adept goes in, looks for a scout, but the 2 Hellions here are going to be enough to force that back for now. Funny thing is, though, 2 Hellion means it's a Widowmine opening, which feels weird. I mean, the 1 Hellion, sure, I mean, that's build time, but this 2 Hellion means, of course, that it will be reactored Widowmine. So 2 Widowmines, or 4 Widowmine drop coming out from Gumiho in this game. That was fantastic. That was really funny, Annette. I am sorry that actually rarely the outside was picked up by my microphone, but it is such a beautiful day out today that I got my window up. Well, such a beautiful night that I got my window open. Yeah, Annette, you can't ban Fushers. He's a mod. And you're not. I keep seeing there's a Twitter account that is, I guess, trying to spin up around Frost Giant. That is called RTS is back. I don't know what it was before. I think they've deleted and like rebranded. But I keep seeing it's followed by RTS is back as the Hellions find really nothing to Workers Fall. And good defense player by Trap in the main base. So we got to talk about the game for just a second because another Widowmine drop, or the last of the Widowmines, find their way in. Trap blinks forward, and it looks like he's going to lose. Okay. He's actually going to lose less than 1 probe per Widowmine if we include the Hellions. So that's fantastic. Hey, Pashka. Thank you so much for paying the gift forward and gifting a sub to Hectic. Or, yeah, okay, that was directly to Hectic. Thank you so much. Yeah, Pashka, I turned it off for gift subs because I was tired of hearing the horn play for like 10 times in a row. Yes, Pashka, it is my birthday. It started at midnight and it goes through till midnight. Well, actually, I think 2 in the morning. I'm actually not sure when I was technically born. Like, I know it's one of those things my parents have said, but I don't know. Anyway, in this game, Trap takes almost no damage. Oh, he's good. Oh, this is such good positioning. This is such fantastic positioning from Trap in this game. He's going to find the Widowmine drop as Gumiho finds his way out. And yeah, he's going to get a stalker for it, but this drop now represents literally 0 damage on the map. The Widowmines fall. The medevac almost falls. And Gumiho, he got 3 total workers from everything. Thank you, Pashka. Well, in the last 2 days, we've gone up literally 250 followers, I think. No. 150? And I'm at 75 subs when I normally sit around 30. So, I'll take it. I'll take it. No, Han Solo, I am not GM. I maybe could make it if I really had the time to dedicate, but as I was talking about earlier, I am a PhD student and a StarCraft caster. And I'm almost full-time at both. I'm not full-time. I wish I could be full-time. Like, I can't do it for 2 years because I need to finish my PhD, but the idea, right, of just being someone on the level of Roddy that can just do this all day, oh, so cool. Or maybe what Fear Dragon's doing with maybe a little bit more discrete content creation. What am I getting my PhD in? Autonomous systems is what's going to go on the diploma, but I like to talk about it as robotics of harsh environments. Right now, I'm working on a sensor deployment system for the moon that minimizes impact velocity. So, like, regardless of how far away we launch or how hard we launch, the Stalker's getting a lot of damage here. Widowmine, though, got to be careful. Actually, Gumiho, he's going to have both Colossus disabled. Force field's going to be nice for right now, but you got to buy time. These Colossus are what you need to make this push happen or make this defense happen. Gumiho, despite all the damage that Trap has been getting, despite all the damage the Trap has been defending, Gumiho feels like he may have found a wonderful inside track into this game. Certainly, he's going to find his way onto the third base, and so many probes, but where is he going with it? Gumiho, kill the damn probes, but he's not going to do so. Instead, he's going to knock the third base down, but on the order of things, killing 20 workers versus killing a third base while losing your tanks, you kill the third, or you want the probes, but maybe he thinks he's going to be able to chase them down as the probes on the other side of the map. But Gumiho, is he going to find them? Is he? Oh, he's got him. He's got him, and they're going to get snapped on down. How many does he get, though? Only 9. He could have had 20. So, Trap now, he blinks forward and knocks a medevac down. The tanks of Gumiho are dead. Gumiho actually returning forward a little bit, saying, yeah, let me kill some of these zealots. But he loses so much for it. This is a bit of a problem. Hannette, the answer is yes. Hectic, if you install better TTV, you do get the old PogChamp. But by the way, if you are Pashka, Sunny Delight, if you're curious about my researches, please, Gumiho, free Colossus, drop on the Colossus. He's not. He actually cannot defend this third base either. He's looking for not a base trade scenario necessarily, but at least some sort of commensurate damage, some sort of reverse pressure here. And he does have a 10 army supply lead, but really no Vikings out on the map right now. Nothing to really deal with the Colossus. So triple drop into the main base here as Trap tries to take his third base. Once again, Widowmines get burrowed. SCV is going to get pulled to try to keep this bunker alive as long as possible. And we have to remember, Trap, his tech is on the other side of the map. There's really nothing that deals with a triple drop super easily on this side of the map here. So he's just getting the pylons down. It looks like Trap, he has 1 Colossus. Third command center stays alive, but you gotta be careful as you pick up here. The Stalkers are looking to blink on top. They will not do that. Widowmine shots on top, getting both Stalkers there. Pretty fantastic. It should not happen. At the end of the day, 10 SCVs fall, 15 probes die. The drop onto the third base as well here. Gumiho trying to have his cake and eat it too. Maybe that's a birthday reference. I don't really know, but it looks like he should be able to knock it down. The Stalkers blink on top of the base is canceled anyways. So 3 Colossus. Great army there for Trap to be sure, but Gumiho, he's dancing around the map here. He forced Trap back. Did not take too much damage, and as long as he's able to hold the next push, he is going to be in a wonderful position. Pashka, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the game. Chaotic couple minutes. Chaotic couple minutes indeed. I need to get better at, like, having better body line as games get hectic. Because, like, I'm good at speaking with my diaphragm and doing all that when it's not crazy. But when everything gets crazy, I'm like, oh my god, we got to talk about this, and then I collapse in and hurts my voice long term. But in answer to your question, I do research in autonomous systems. Sunny, I honestly don't know what I'm doing after 24. Is there going to be an RTS scene? Do I go and do I try to go full-time in casting for a bit once I have my degree? I have a fantastic and supportive partner who is a great job in Texas, who has been trying to convince me for 2 years now, for like as long as I've been casting, to give up on the PhD and move to Texas with her and do casting thing full-time. Which I'm not going to do. But like if I got to the actually I'm just not going to give up on PhD, but afterwards I don't know, maybe. But to stop being distracted here. As actually, wait a minute, Gumiho. You know, I'm just not allowed to answer questions. That's fine. Gumiho finds the third base. He's going to stim on top of the sentry. Shield battery overcharge is pop, but there's just too many Marauders here for shield battery overcharge to do much of anything. Well, maybe it keeps you alive for just a second, but a second is not really enough. 12 more workers fall. Third base does not die this time. And the run by on the other side, it gets just about nothing. PG Vindahus. I think robots are really cool, and I enjoy my research. And honestly, wouldn't mind. Part of the fun thing is my engineering background, my research background. It's not visible on this stream because a lot of my tie-ins actually tie into the StarCraft 2 API. My programming and whatever background have allowed me to do some really cool production stuff to the point where I got hired by ESL to run their production for the B stream for Katowice and do it pretty well. But here comes a big surround here from Gumiho from every single side. Trap best PvT in the world does not matter. Because Gumiho, he played that mid game so damn well. All right, so now we got a little time before the game starts in earnest. Exactly, Boshka. I was building the ticker code. That's what I was doing. I was building the ticker code for DreamHack to pull match results within the last 8 hours from Liquipedia page. Oh, or maybe it was something from a Legulac. I can't remember. I know it was something with a Legulac, but I forget what it was for. No, it was for, I think maybe it was for preparation for King of Battles 2. That's what it was. But yes, to answer your question, finally. Yeah, the Legulac API. As I was learning how that worked. Answer your question finally. My research is in autonomous systems of harsh environments. Right now, I'm specifically working on this bullet system. There is a YouTube channel, ! research, if you're curious. I don't think it's on cooldown right now. And there should be a YouTube link higher up in the channel that talks about the research I'm working on. But effectively, it is this system that detaches impact velocity in low atmosphere environments from launch velocity and travel time, or travel distance. So on the moon, gravity of the moon is like 1.62 meters per second squared. That's 1/6 Earth G. But there's also no atmosphere. So you start falling. You fall from 100 feet up, or a fall from like 4 kilometers up. You never slow down. You just keep accelerating at 1.62 meters per second squared until you impact. Which means that even with relatively low impact velocities, and even though the gravitational acceleration is not as high, you get some pretty hard impacts if you deploy something ballistically. So what this does is it finds a way to make it so we actually land really gently, which is nice. So we're trying to deploy sensors into difficult reach areas. So that's the thrust of it. It's technically a robotic system, but it's not exactly it's not what you think of when you think of a robot. And yes, JavaScript is an unholy language. I've done just enough to learn to copy and paste what I need for the assets I need. I'm going to eventually take my entire production suite and do what Fear Dragon has done, and like build it all into JavaScript and CSS. But right now, I just have this take what I'm doing, and instead of like making the assets in Python, I'm going to feed the information to a JavaScript browser source. And that's going to be more stable, and it's going to fix some of the problems I have with it. But also, JavaScript is unholy. Like, I don't feel the need to sacrifice the amount of drone lines that it would require to make that work properly. So the def finds its way on the other side here, and this is just annoying. I believe the command center was delayed long enough with the probe, which is now a bot trap time, to delay the command center just a little bit. Thank you, Sunny Delay. Yeah, but the problem is, I need to move it into a browser source, because right now, what OBS does, because what I have it, the way I have it working right, this is the second time Trap has done this, where he last second builds a pylon, then he cancels it later. Well, JavaScript and HTML work together, Hanet. Yes, that is true. Hey, Fear Dragon, how's it going? There's also another problem, which I don't know that you've run into necessarily, where if you just feed it image assets, which is what I'm doing, I feed them transparencies. If you're updating those images too quickly, OBS will catch it when the image is being refreshed, and then you just get a blank. You get a blank image until OBS looks again. Plus, it's easier to get animations, things like that, to get like that snazzy animation setup. Is oh no, the Adept almost stopped it from going down. But the question is whether this summer, whether I'm going to have the time to sacrifice the drone lines required to make sure I can learn JavaScript. Is nice movement there. I don't think the blink is not even done, but from downtown Wood Mines, they get a couple probes, 2 workers, and they get a stalker. So that is already Gumiho, considering the way this went, he's going to consider that one a win. Widowmine in the natural is going to burrow, but the stalker should be able to kill it off. So that is that. Game goes on. Yeah, no, my big problem with it. Well, my big problem with OBS, other than occasionally loading blank images if you're updating transparencies too quickly, is the fact that it runs its browser source on Windows runs Chromium from like 2 years ago, which meant that I built a ticker that, because of course in right now my ticker is just a text file, and you're limited. Like the text file spawns in as an image, so it can only be some number, whatever the Windows cap on image width is stalkers find their way into the natural here, looking for some counter damage. And they will get 2 workers, and actually not a lot of Marines here, but as we add a Raven, add theoretically an auto turret, doesn't want to spend it, but the pressure of it will force Trap back. Well, doesn't get all that much. Trap with a 6-worker lead, which at this point in the game, not incredible. Anyway, the image is too long, so if you have really long tickers, like say for tournament results, you get cut off. Or if you just want bigger font, you get cut off. So the problem there, so like I need to eventually move, but anyway, I made the browser source ticker. It worked just fine on all my test articles. But when I added it into OBS, it was stuttering to all hell. It was flickering because the Chromium was too old. As the stalkers blink into the natural here, and they're going to get a tank. That's very, very nice, and they're going to find their way back. Hey, Yankee. How's it going? Muchas gracias para sus idiomas. There we go. But now Stark's blinking at the main base here. We're going to see auto turrets get dropped, but the Raven falls. Oh, Cyclone as well. Trap is saying, you know what? Okay, that mid-game was spooky. I don't want to do it again. Let me kill you too early. Let me kill you before you're ready in earnest. Your recall goes down. 3 workers die, but folks, the big prize, the prize that bought Gumiho such a fantastic position in last game was that Raven. It's not there anymore. No disables anymore. Not that it matters, because Trap is going for Charslot Archon. He's going for Quick Storm. It's been a while since I took Spanish, but my godmother is Bolivian. So, like, once a year, I have to really lean back in there and... Ricardo, poquito español para Martha? Pero mi acento es horrible. Absolutamente horrible. My pen. But yeah, no, the funny thing, Fear Dragon, with that is it worked on all my test articles. It did not work in OBS. Like, I have video of it just flickering and stuttering. But then I had my friend who he uses OBS for just recording stuff, but he runs it all on Linux, and he ran it just fine. So it's some issue. It's a bug with whatever technique I was using in an older version of Chromium. Yeah. So I kind of gave up for then, and I just trimmed the ticker instead. So it goes. Trap here, looking for a drop with a couple zealots. Not really gonna find much. By the way, before I forget, Fear Dragon, excellent job today. I didn't listen to as much of your coverage of NA because I was kind of sitting in a Discord with some friends for my birthday, and I had you low down. But excellent job today. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to if we work together in the future. Yeah, but like, I'm not sure I speak Spanish. I can like struggle along. As okay, Zealot to the main base, but Gumiho is well aware of this one. Widow Mine does not knock it down. In fact, I don't think it got... I thought it was going to have range to at least do damage to the hull, but apparently not. Thank you for your dragon. But okay, now Gumiho stuck back in his side of the map. I don't think I see in the map on the other side. With the way the clean feed looks, it's actually really hard for me to look for drops. Because it's dark and it's only 1080p on a 4K panel. So anyway, now Gumiho is going to find his way active on the map here. Tanks not yet sieged. He's going to have to siege them up right now. Good force fields to start, but actually these force fields, they're doing a little bit more for Gumiho than they are for Trap. And now Trap blinking forward. Good storm to start here. Tanks on the high ground, looking for that concave, and the supply is actually leading for Trap right now, which is not the way it normally tends to be, but that's the way this style works. Storms again, they land. I think we're done with... Okay, there's the last storm here. But now Archons, they're looking to join the field. We do not have ghosts just yet. So it is all on the micro here from Gumiho. It is all on the splits. It is all on the concave. It is all on those tank shots, which is not the easiest situation to be. So Trap, he's looking to set up some sort of surround right here, moving onto the right side, where he knows Gumiho is not exactly setting up for, but now Gumiho is stimming in again. There are no storms in this army, but those force fields are going to be a lot better. Gumiho a little bit late on the save. So a lot of that bio will die, but tanks are sieged up now. Now Gumiho looking for the chase. Folks, there are always two fights whenever you're fighting a Terran. There's the first one where your burst happens, where you have your agency, and then as the game goes on, as the fight goes on, as the healing commences, suddenly it is the Terran's fight. So you got to win the first one. Trap has won the first one here, knocking down just about everything, and now STV is going to get pulled. Storm has a lot to say about that one. And yes, Gumiho won game number 1, but Trap is snowballing it through here. The economy is broken. The army is broken. Everything is broken. Gumiho's ankles are broken too. It's 1-1 now between Freecs and PSISTORM. And what is a pivotal match? These players are, what are they, 6th and 7th place in WTL? Yeah, 6th and 7th place in WTL going into today. Hey, we're getting to Series 2, Best of 2, number 2. And folks, if you're curious, you say, I don't really know. By the way, I forget. Hey, by the way, if Spearmenta says anything, please make sure to tell her that you love her because my partner's awesome. And she's not up here because she's living a badass life in Texas doing her thing. I get to go see her in a week. 10 days. Very excited. So, please, everyone, shower her with love. And someone gift her a sub. Because I've actually been trying with because she has a Prime account, very obviously, and I've been trying to make this work for a while, and for whatever reason, I don't understand. I do not understand this. The Amazon Prime, like, yeah, you can go sub to someone. Every time we log into that account, it says, oh, your Prime gaming sub is going to be useful in a month. Like, you're going to be able to have that. You're going to be able to start doing this in a month, and has been doing this for a year now. And honestly, I don't have the time to really debug it. There we go. Fantastic. I can't remember whether we were able to target Alaros as well. Scroll down through all the follows. No, we were not able to target Alaros. Thank you, Gauntlet Wizard. I mean, yeah, sure, I could tell Claire to buy her own sub, but this is more fun. She is the Baymilf. Hey, Corn Muscles. Come on, look, if you're gonna say something about Elijah Wood, you spam the emote. Come on. I got it for that. I paid for it for that purpose. So if someone's making a Frodo joke, they can include the emote, and it's funnier that way. So like, if you're not gonna do it, what did I even buy it for? Like, honestly. Like, it was my oldest mod. Hey, look, cat pics are really useful. Thank you. Hectic. Okay, he's got it. He understands. Claire's got it. She understands. But my like one of my oldest viewers on this stream, my oldest mod, the guy I was casting with back in like 2014, when I was playing like in platinum for the CTL before I took a 5-year break and started doing this again. He doesn't know how it works. Some people, man. Some people. But seriously, though, I hope you're having a great time there, Corn Muscles. And thank you for the birthday well wishes. But what is happening in this game? This is, of course, a special game, which means we will not see a normal TVT. There we go. Okay, so bunker at the 3rd. Running Marines across the map. This is something that Armani has scouted, so I don't know that the Marines are going to arrive in time or in enough number. So the bunker goes down. Special, though, he's not going to run away with these. He doesn't have any it's only 3. Yeah, he's going to cancel the bunker now. 3 Marines are really not a lot. So he's not going to get much of anything. And behind this, of course, third base. Sure. Why not? Why not? Let us go 1-1-1 into a quick third base, but we're going to proxy a bunker. We're going to run 3 Marines, our only defensive utility, onto the other side of the map, where we hope Armani's not going to punish it. Oh, that looks weird with the green screen. Maybe it's just because I'm looking at 1080p in 4K, but whatever. Oh, my birthday hat. Claire, I hope you like my birthday hat. I forgot. I forgot to. I stopped cosplaying a nose cone earlier, but we're back. But now, of course, because Special did commit to all of this stuff that does not keep his natural safe early on, Armani's gonna find a couple Hellions, maybe a couple SCVs. Certainly 5 of them do go down. He's gonna get 1 Hellion. And notice, Armani, he could maybe kill the Hellions with some good micro, but he's not even really trying. He's just putting enough on them that he can keep them occupied, where he sends more Lings into the mineral line. So 6 SCVs do fall. Special now down 11. But Armani did commit 15, 20 Lings to that. Yes, that is a mask. I kind of forgot to go to the store today and find a party hat. So it's an N95 mask. I hope you like it. Oh, I'm hilarious. In the words of the King and I, or the words of the King and the King and I was forced to laugh myself. I am so funny. But anyway, Raven on the map right now. Again, this is just a special game. It's not standard. So he goes Raven, which means he's not safe from roach pressure whatsoever. But because Armani did show so many Zerglings with speed, he can kind of assume that this is not going to be some sort of roach pressure. Yeah, no, Claire, I couldn't. I didn't see any paper free floating on my desk, and I did see a hat on my desk. Or the hat. I did see a mask on my desk, so that's just what I did. Hope you all enjoy my nose cone cosplay. This is gonna get posted somewhere, and it's like, this is gonna be the thing that gets memed about Beowulf until the end of time, I guess. Like, this is how the internet works. Nothing like, oh, the great call, whatever. No, it's the time he wore a mask on his head as a hat. But yes, Armani is going mutas in this game as now the Raven runs forward, but it's a little bit out of position, so it's going to take a lot of damage. Auto turret getting dropped to try to snipe a queen. Unsuccessful, though. And that's the problem. And now Hellions trying to dive into the natural Lings, looking for just buying time, really, more than anything else. They're going to get that one. Queen's knocking them all down. Special overcommitting here is not what he wants. And even more importantly, he did not knock down much creep, which is, of course, the goal of Raven Hellion. And he doesn't know that mutas are on the way. Which, when we talk about any sort of Stargate tech play, whether it's Hellion Banshee, Hellion Raven, that delays your Marine production. That buys time now for Armani to go into quick mutas, as we cosplayed like we're injecting as the Zerg. That's why we moved around the bases so quickly. Armani is now cosplaying. Yeah, Armani has time now to get mutas out of the map. Bailey speed's just about done. And, of course, upgrades, interesting. Upgrades are slower, but that's a Roach Warren going down. Huh. That's not something you see every day. Meanwhile, 16 Lings are on the docket. 1-1 melee on the way. Maybe it's just a safety. Maybe it's just a safety Roach Warren, because he's worried about Special moving out with the timing. I mean, Lingbane with Bailey speed done, Lingbane is always going to be better than Roaches, at least at the scales that you want to get them. Exactly, I chose it as a style. But mutas now, they find their way into the natural. I think there was a missile turret that they killed on the way, but now good Widowmine shot's going to knock down Special's aggression on the map here. 6 workers have died. You got to be careful, the Widowmines. It's not 3, so it will not kill every single muta, but it is 2. And that is scary enough, but 9 workers have died. Muta's into the 3rd base now. They're going to find yet more. And on the way out, it's going to be 12. It's probably going to be about 15 workers, but Missile Turret says, okay, run away. And there we go. Okay, Raven, how'd the Raven get there? That's somewhat surprising considering Mutas were on the field, but the Raven will move in. We're just going to get 3 workers. Going to try to target this Spire down, but really not enough DPS for that. So at the end of the day, Armani, he got damage done with the run by, although we did have to trade links for it. He got damage done by not taking any damage from that weird move out, by not taking any damage from the Hellion Raven. And now he's on 4 bases, 80 workers, 23 workers up on his opponent. Up on special. That's a lot, folks. That is more than 2 hands. In fact, I need 4.5 hands. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. So you should be proud of me. Look at that math. They say don't do math on stream, but I use my hands, and that is all that really matters. But anyway, 1-1 just about done. Especially he is going to be able to get his 5th base on the way, and in general, for whatever reason, we've gotten lucky. We've got a lot of late game TVZ in this in the WTL today. We had Spirit Sham that went 1-1 with 2 late game games. We saw Raynor versus Ryung. They went 2-0 in Raynor's favor, but at least 1 interesting late game. And now looks like we're setting up for this one. Because I don't know that Special is going to be able to kill Armani anytime soon. And again, Special delayed his 2-2 very heavily, so he's not going to have a 2-2 versus 1-1 timing. And because Armani owns the map here, he's on 86 workers, maybe even going above 90 if he wants. So it feels like if this game ends in the next 5 minutes, it will be because Armani's able to break Special, not the other way around. But also, Zerg off creep. Takes a very specific scenario for that one to work out here as now Ling's Banes run in, but we have a Doodad baiting for the Widowmine. Widowmine shot is actually going to be disgustingly big, but it's friendly fire as well. As now the Banelings, they're all dead. Widowmine shot on the backside as well. That did not work out for Armani. That did not work out at all. Meanwhile, drop on the other side of the map in the main base. Special getting a little bit of damage there, punishing Armani for having his entire army on the other side of the map. And ooh, Special saying, ooh, that's a good target. Let me knock down the spawning pool. Maybe deny your Ling pressure, but he's not going to get it. What he has done, though, is force Armani back onto his side of the map pretty significantly. And he's knocking down a lot of creep. It means that this 4th base of Armani is much more accessible. Maybe. Banelings are actually... Widowmine does go off, and he gets a little bit more than he would have liked, than Armani would have liked, but now here comes the surround here. Special going to be forced to pick up as the Banelings, they come crashing in. Lings on the surround. Everything is exploding here. And that is not what you want to see if you are a Special fan. Muta's now knocking down all the medevacs, so there's no real savior of this army. Nothing that really takes it home. A Widowmine shot to the very end. Armani's going to have to back up. He's not able to take the fight anymore. All the Banes are dead, but we got a couple left. Trying to get on top of the Widowmine, or on the SCV. 7 fall, 9 fall. But Armani, he's got a big bank. He has to spend it, though. Great swing out there from the Korean Zerg. But now he's got to back up. Now he's got to rebuild his army. Now he's got to get 3-3 in Adrenal. Oh, look at that. Resources lost is within 2K in TVZ. Which, when we've had some decent trading, that is not something you expect to see. That I mean, you want a metric as good. What are my Thor shots? You want a metric about how well Armani's doing in this game? First of all, look at the creep spray. It was better. But the fact that he's 2K up. And the Special's forgotten 3-3. And the marine death sounds in the Chinese voice pack made me so... Bruh! Oh, I found something on my hat, or on my headset I can lash it on. Fantastic. But Ling's onto this 4th base now. Widowmine is still scary. Widowmine is always scary. Spell damage does not scale with upgrades. But Armani, again, he swings in. He finds a little bit. And it feels like he's actually fairly larva-starved right now. I'm looking at like his bank and I'm looking at his income and looking at his supply and just really not able to remax as fast as I would have expected. Is well, that's a lot of banelings on the right side. Special's aware of it though, I think. But it looks like Armani. That's 22 Banes. 22 Banes is exactly how much you need to kill a planetary. It used to be 21, but with the nerfs, I believe it moved up to 22. As that is not a fight that Armani wants to take whatsoever. Cute. Armani, I guess he knew that Special knew, so he burrows his banelings off in a corner. Sunny Delight, how do I like the pod mic? As okay, banelings come crashing in. That's not it. Good job, Special. That means that pressure is not going to find much of anything. Now you got to bring those Banes part of your army because you need 22 to kill a base, and 12 will just not do it. How do I like the pod mic? It's not bad. I actually don't have any EQ on it right now because that's what ESL requires. Oh, I do have EQ on it. Never mind. I do have my EQ on it. I'm looking at maybe upgrading it eventually because it's I mean, it's a $100 mic. It's a good $100 mic because Banelings come crashing in and they're going to do something. But Special still, he maintains army. That being said, Armani didn't 100% commit to that. Yeah, he committed a little bit, but he's able to remax. He's able to build this bank. He's able to. He's still only on 6 bases. I don't know. Sunny delay. But Banelings come crashing in, and well, there's a wall, and that does make it a little harder for the Banelings to make the connections because they come in single file. Armani, that's not what you want. They come crashing into the Thors, and sure, 12 workers die, but that is expensive. That is a lot of Banelings for really not a lot of damage on the other side. But Muta's here. They find this 5th base of Special. And 26 SCVs die, but it looks like Thors, they're being ferried on over. They will be able to shove this back. But Special, yes, he's got 5 bases, but he's only mining with 3. Ooh, good shots, though, there from Thors. Will ward the Muta's back. But on the other side, Special didn't lift the orbital. 3-3 cracklings. They have a lot to say. They're actually very vocal because they, chitter with their mouths. I don't know. That's bad. But they are going to be able to knock that base down, which really should never happen because you can lift it up. But in the context of the game where we notice Armani very intentionally flew in to go and distract Special while that base went down, well, that is, it worked out pretty well for him. So Special now, he's got to find some value here. Oh, that's a lot of Mutas that he just snapped down. And a Widowmine shot. I think a snipe on the backside as well did kill a couple more Mutas. So now Special wedges his way onto this 7th base. I think it's with their claws and their mouths. I think they eat it and everything. But anyway, here comes the Ultras and the Lings and the Banes on this right side, onto the Planetary, onto the Thors. Specialist 3-3 is done, but the Ghosts are not getting the snipes off that they need. That being said, the Lings and the Banes are dead. They're not part of this army anymore. And snipes on the backside. Special's getting a little bit better. He needs more, but actually, Escavolix. One thing we need to remember is the fact that Armani actually has no gas right now. Totally forgot to set predictions. Am I going to get the SM7B? I'm not going to get the SM7 because that is like a $2,000 microphone. But am I going to get the SM7B? I don't know. No, it's like this $1,000 microphone. I think if I do upgrade my mic, I'm going to have to go like to an audio store and actually listen to different mics and see what complements my voice the best. But here comes... Especially, you got to unload half the medevac. There we go. Like, if you lose the medevac, at least get your Marines out because they're going to be dead if you lose the medevac. And maybe you kill a queen, but he's not. SM7B is a $400 mic. SM7 is a $950 microphone. Oh... Armani, he's folks, be very quiet. We're hunting rabbits, and there we go, the fungal on the backside. Listen to them all go down, but luckily Hot Pickup's going to be there in time. Fungal on the medevacs, not going to be enough. Widowmine's not going to get that great of a trade either. But now we're going to see all the bio here. It's kind of trapped. It's either going to be unloaded or it's dead. And here come the Banes, here come the Ultras. Once again, good fungals on top of all of the Ghosts, which is what really matters. The base goes down. And it looked like Special for a moment, maybe found an opportunity where Armani had literally 0 gas. But on the backside, yes, Armani lost some of that army. He can remax. Special really can't. Special's not mining all that much. Also, everyone, say goodnight to Claire. Say goodnight to Spearminta. We love her. I do love her. She's awesome. And I get to see her in a week. So, that reminds me though, if you do enjoy what I'm doing, I'll be posting stuff on YouTube. I don't know I'm going to be streaming all that much because she has my old PC and it's only got a 980 Ti, and the production I do, don't really know. But I will be probably offline for a good portion of June 15th to the 21st because I will be in Texas. Okay, Fungals though, once again. Yeah, Special just not dropping scans because he needs the money for mules, which means these investors are just victimizing him in the extreme. The only thing we can consider is the fact that Armani, I guess he's larva blocked a little bit. He's fine. He's building 50 links here. So Special at this point, there's not much he can do. His army is dying as it pops out, and he's going to lose the planet. Oh, he's actually going to lose the orbital now. Corruptors are killing that one off. And there we have it. Special falls. KDF. They moved to 2-1. Ooh, this is a special, folks. So you build generally 2 barracks on the low ground. You build Reapers out of both of them. It's like a proxy Reaper that's not really. And it's a lot more HP on the wall. Special's like the only one that does this, and he only does it on Curious Minds, Berlingrad, and then like 2K kind of. That's cool. Yeah, no, Texas is interesting. I'm not a big fan of rural Texas. I think we can all imagine why. But, you know, living in Dallas for the summer was fun. I just had to make sure I went and I ran while it was not super hot. Actually, Austin's pretty cool. In undergrad, I played Quidditch. And I know that sounds like a super nerdy sport, and it kind of is, but my team actually at Arizona State was, yes, crazy good barbecue. My team was actually ranked as high as 3 in the country. And it was because it was just a lot of us, we were athletes that kind of cared about Harry Potter maybe, but really we did it because we enjoyed the game, and it's a lot of fun. It plays like rugby a lot. But the one nationals I went to, that one year that we were really good. Well, I ran the... Okay, that's not quite fair. I ran the B team, and we were due to some politics. And the one year I ran the B team, I brought us to nationals. We qualified to nationals. After every other, they never had over a 50% win rate outside like that one year that I ran it. But anyway, that nationals was in Round Rock, which is just south of Austin. So at the Round Rock Recreational Complex. Anyway, it was great because they brought in a bunch of barbecue food trucks from Austin. So, you know, you play 4 games in the morning and you're dead. And you haven't had a chance to eat either because you've just been literally playing contact sports. That really does play, plays a lot like hockey in terms of how quick your cycling is and how hard you're going when you're on the field. As the Reapers find their way on in, it's going to be 1 worker, 2 workers. It's going to be 3. Again, we make it 4. Okay, $4. 4 workers here. It's actually not going to be that for right now. Link's going to try to chase the Reapers down. They're so damn low. He's going to get a 4th. He is not. 3 Reapers for 3 drones. I'm not sure I'd take that one. But anyway, yeah, so you're really not eating all that well because you're just playing so hard that you never have time to let your body slow down. So you can ingest food before the next game. And like nationals are they're a couple crazy long days. When's the Quidditch stream? Quidditch is a game played in person. And the nearest Quidditch team that I can play for is Middlebury College because Dartmouth does not have a team. And that is an hour away, and COVID policies are not letting me play for them right now. And also, I'm not sure I could play Quidditch at a college an hour away and continue to do all this casting thing and stuff. So I'll try to go. Maybe I'll make a practice. Maybe I'll try to catch a practice with the Quidditch Club of Dallas when I'm visiting Claire. We'll see as a couple links find their way on in. And this is one of the downsides of Special being the obnoxious Terran that he is. He does open the wall. He does allow lings in. They're going to try to find a mule. Not successful, but the most important thing is it's a full scout. Sees the 3rd barracks. Sees the stim timing. Sees the Starport timing. Try to say Stargate, but Special does not play Protoss. What I should try to do this summer, maybe. If you're curious, anything like that's going to happen in the next minute? I don't think so. If you're curious, I was on the sideline for this Collegiate Nationals Finals. I'd been working as a snitch up until the round of 8 where my knee gave out. I had kind of like hyperextended it in regionals, and it finally said no. There you go. That is a time code on it. But I'd been snitching up till the round of 8 for club finals. And then I was on the sidelines for that, just watching. It was a lot of fun. But maybe I should try to go, and if there's an MLQ fixture in Boston this summer, I should go try to commentate it. But I'm out of date on the rules. They've made a lot of rule changes since COVID started. Where was I though? Here comes the push from Special. It's a 3-1-1. Stim is done. Combat shields not really. +1 not really. And Armani has the read on this. So roaches are going to be able to say, no, back the hell on up, bud. You don't have the supply to deal with this right now. You don't have the tech. You don't have the development of your army to really deal with what I have right now. So back the hell on up. Go back from whence you came. A Special says, okay, third base on the way, but a 6-minute third is not all that fast in the context of TVC. It does put Special at a bit of an economic deficit, so he needs to find some way to make a trade happen as he knocks the roach down, but losing some Marines in response is not really the best play. But +1 will be done. Suit combat shields as well, which is really the timing that Special is looking for. Everything before then is just a little bit of pressure. So single drop into the third base. The Special is double actually dropping into the third base. Excuse me. A Special's got a double drop into the main base as well, but it's not there just yet. We're watching it. We're tracking it. It is there now, but he's going to drop on top of a bunch of queens, which have transfused energy. We're going to see one queen fall, one medevac falls as well. So some of these Marines, they have no beds to return to. They're not going home. In fact, they're just going to be left behind to die. The sacrifice of Special. But now, medevacs in the natural here, or the third base, excuse me. They're going to kill some lings, but of course, Special got to react to that. You're fine, okay. Every time the roaches, the Ravagers show up, these tiny drops don't really do all that much. And Special very much is on a timer right now to get enough done, to keep enough pressure on the map before this 1-1 timing from Armani hits, because he's a third of the way there. And once that happens, we're going to see Armani about 180 supply, assuming Special doesn't do the damage that he's looking for, which is, again, hard to find. But there's actually nothing in the third base right now, so maybe. Spores, though, are going to ward off the Liberators, but now into the natural. I feel like Special should have just dropped in the third. There was nothing there. But he certainly has distracted his opponent away from the main base, so now Special stimming in 4, 5, 6, 7 workers are going to go down, make it 8. And as the roaches arrive, I mean, well, that should be a pickup, go home here. Special's going to be able to do that. But this is starting to be it. Starting to get there. Armani. That's not going to hit Armani, but nice try. So this one drop of 3 Marines has been far more impactful than the 16 Marines sitting outside of the third. I guess the 16 Marines outside of the third are doing a good job of keeping a lot of Armani's army and queens outside of the third base. So that's something. But okay, so now here comes Special once again, at least with a Marine forward. But again, what he's been doing here is not trying to get game-ending damage. We would love to find it. But what he's doing actually is buying time. Because this 1-1 timing from Armani is going to be objectively terrifying. Now, getting a Ravager to start is really nice. Getting some of these roaches they rally across is going to be really nice. Special taking the best possible fight to set up the fight that he's going to have to eventually take. I don't know how many tanks he has right now, which is the really important number, especially as there are no Marauders on the field. This is just Marine tank to deal with this. And we got to remember, of course, Ravagers, they can kill tanks pretty easily. So here comes the army of Armani sweeping in from both sides. Special microing backwards. SCVs again forced to be pulled here. Special wins the fight on the left. Tank's actually not going down just yet. Armani, he sacrificed so much, and on the other side, it looks like Special's got a big drop here. He's killed 11 workers. No, not a big drop. Liberators have killed 12 workers. Armani cannot respond. This is looking damn good for the PSISTORM Terran. The Roaches, the Ravagers, they should just not get on top of the tanks. Good repairs as well, so the Biles don't even kill anything. And now, sure, they're going to get on top of it. These 4 tanks have been absolute MVPs. Special is up an army supply against a 1-1 Roach timing. It does not work. And we tie up again. And at the end of the day, to determine. Oh man, I love seeing, like there's something special about seeing someone go and just use your emotes and you're like, ah, there we go. I feel so cool. Where was I? Now, to determine whether we go to an ace match. Or to see whether this is just going to be a 4-2 somewhere, because the only 2 options are +2, -2 map delta if Stu or MaxPax win the 2 games. Or if we would go 1-1 here, then we go to ace match, which neither team really wants, but of course you take a series win over a series loss. And it is the Silver Surfer, the King of Kongs, the man who recently back from the military already looks really good. Or some would say the best Protoss in Europe. I think Harstam, after his run in DreamHack, is a strong claim on that title right now. And Showtime, I mean, MaxPax beat Showtime. But Showtime looked better in groups. I don't know. I don't know who the best one is, but MaxPax, certainly he looks, he's the best PvPer, by far. That being said, I don't think his PvZ is all that good right now. I don't think, when I've been talking to, actually I was talking to Scarlet specifically. Second best Zerg of all time. I don't know that I would say that, Burning, but I do appreciate the meme. Although, I mean, you know, 4 straight second place in GSL, that's a strong claim. But, like, when we're talking about Raynor and Rogue and Cyril, who have all won 1 or multiple world championships. Hey, Beard, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Also, thank you, Avantesta, for the birthday wishes. And, oh, Beard, there was a message for that. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Been a pretty good birthday. I got to watch StarCraft all day. I got to watch, I don't know if Fear Dragon's still here, but I got to watch him and Cats kill it for 4 series, 2 best of 6.5s, 2 best of 5s. And honestly, Clem Hero Marine and Clem Raynor were fantastic games in and of us. Ah, he is still there. Fantastic. We scared him out of hiding. We poked the dragon with a stick. We said, you know, come out here, dance, monkey, dance for us. And he did. Thank you, Fear Dragon, for doing a wonderful dragon dance. I do appreciate it. We need to keep chat entertained somehow. And the occasional sighting of a famous person. It does. Shoot, Rennie's here. The occasional sighting of someone that can be considered famous just really entertains them for the next 10 minutes. So thank you for helping me add on to that content. I really do appreciate it. But absolutely kill it for 4 series. Watching Cats' mic peak because all the EQ is done. All the EQ is done on the server side, so we don't have any hardware EQ, which kind of makes compression hard because he just gets too excited. 10 out of 10, we love it. Hey, Blist. Hey, Xtini. So, this is perhaps the last series of the broadcast. Maybe we go to an ace match. Kind of hope we go to an ace match. We have a emote for that, Xtini. Here we go. See? There's Baymolf emote. And then if you want to say, hey, this guy deserves money, we hit this button and this button. And then we have that. Wow, amazing, incredible. Although I was looking at it and I saw the the Hero Marine. He has a similar emote, and I realized the colors are almost identical. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so MaxPax, I don't think that his PV, when I was talking to Scarlett about this, I was, you know, doing my prep for things. Specifically for how she felt about Neeb, how she felt about modern PvZ. She was saying that Neeb and Harstam, top two in the West by a mile. Skillless may be distant third, but MaxPax was not listed there whatsoever. And we got to remember, MaxPax, he really came to dominance. He came to being one of these players that is one of the best Protoss players in the world during the Void Ray meta. In fact, he was rather his PvP is so good because he was so good at abusing the fact how good Void Rays are defensively and shield batteries are defensively, so he could do that single gate expand PvP. And he was rather vocal about not being a fan of the Void Ray change. So what does he do in this game? What does he do? He takes a 4th base before 5 minutes, because that is exactly what you want to see if you're trying to experiment with the style. Triple Oracle into a fast, not even a fast 3rd, a fast 4th. Now, the one thing I'm questioning here is whether going Blink and Forge at the same time is too greedy. Because the hyper-modern PvZ that... Hey, Mr. Fiji Ouija. Ah, that's what it is, Fiji Ouija. I like that. That's fun to say as Oracle falls. It really, if you're going to be this greedy, you cannot afford to lose an Oracle. But now Adepts in the natural, they're going to get a couple more workers here, as it looks like Oracle's looking to fly back in. As Sue is maybe distracted by the natural, we can see where's Sue's got vision there, though. So another coup workers die. Oracle's got to fly up. The hyper-modern PvZ style says you get Blink in such a way that it is done at 540. So right now, we're paying attention to that. And then +1 is done in about a minute and a half later. Because you do want those Stalkers agency on the map early, because you really are you're trying to suppress the Zerg even harder. So soon now he gets the scout on the 4th base, and he's going to realize it's not even 6 minutes. This 4th base is done. In fact, this 4th base is before Sue's 4th base. So Sue is going to feel some need to get something done here. He's going to realize that he can't just kind of sit back and say, the economy's fine. How does he look to do it, though? He can't really get much done with Lings, with Oracles on the map. Looks like Spire will be his idea. All right, so Stark's back home. MaxPax, he's got a lot of gateways. He should be going up to about 12 here, right? That's kind of the whole Mr. Gateway Man heavy pressure build. But because MaxPax took his 4th so quickly, yes, Extendee, it's my birthday today. Yesterday was the pre-birthday stream, which I specifically went live to catch the ESL broadcast, and it worked. So, yeah, you know. I casted all day yesterday, then I casted more at night, because literally I have an addiction to StarCraft, and the only thing that solves it is casting myself until I'm so exhausted I can't move. Stalker's on the left. Oh, good force field's actually going to force a lot of these roaches away. Mutas are on the other side, though, and all this economic advantage that MaxPax has built for himself. Well, as the Mutas arrive, it's a bit complicated. That being said, with Blink Stalkers and +1 being done, the Stalkers, they can kind of deal with the Mutas. It is a temporary fix. We do need to see stack defense go down, and eventually it should be able to complete. But for now, Sue's just going to run around the map. He's only killed 5 probes thus far. But what it has done is just the very idea that Sue's Mutas are on the other side. Ooh, Stalkers are going to find the Mutas. Goodbye. MaxPax is hunting these Stalkers, or these Mutas, beautifully. But because MaxPax has to deal with the pressure at home, he can't actively micro the Stalkers. They're too fragile units. Why does Google say my birthday is March 31st? Hey, Air Skater. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the cast yesterday. I had a fantastic time. All right, but... And MaxPax trying to get active on the map, and again, we're because the Mutas popped out, and generally this is actually, the Mutas popping out is a really good thing for the Protoss, because they're able to find the Zerg. They're able to put, right around the time the Mutas pop on this quick Spire style, they're putting pressure on, so the Mutas they have to fight, and that's really awkward, and Mutas don't have the agency. But because Sue was able to buy time, because this 4th base is so fast, this looks like MaxPax was able to kill or cancel the 5th, not sure. It is causing some more problems, but the Stalkers on the left side are going to get swallowed up by some of these Lings, some of these Banes. Army on the right side as well, going to get knocked down here by the Mutiling Roach. And yes, Sue lost a base, but MaxPax losing a significant portion of his army right now. And Stalkers looks like they rallied through. Pathing, please. Blizzard, please. It's not going to work out for him all that well. And now Su, because he's dealt with the pressure on the right, it's all dead. He's going to be able to rotate over and deal with the pressure on the left. But MaxPax, he's got a 5th base here. He is out. He's out expanding the Zerg, which just feels so damn weird to say in a game where it's not like one player is dead. All right, but on the left side here, Ling's Bane's actually Baneling speed's not done, so it's a little bit complicated here. But Zealot Stalker's on the right side. MaxPax, both players, Su and MaxPax, are playing games on both sides of the map here. This is why I love this style. This is why it's so cool. It does allow for so much skill expression. It allows for so much skill expression in this game because, well, you don't have these supremely cost-effective units that just want to sit in a ball and do nothing. You do have to be active on the map consistently and continuously and constantly trading with your shields. So MaxPax on the left here, finding a little bit more. MaxPax on the right, forced back. And despite the fact that Su, again, is being out-expanded by MaxPax here, and actually is down a solid 15 workers, he is able to build the army supply better. I'm really actually curious to see resources lost, because I don't have a good understanding of how resources lost works in this new style. Not yet. Like how we expected to see the players trade. Because again, MaxPax is up 15 workers. And that is something that Stalker's now blinked backwards. The Su has been able to bring his army together now because he feels confident that the army of MaxPax really is all in one spot here. Has caught it when it's really it needs to be able to rebuild. It's not really there just yet. Archon, only a single one, so the Baneling's not even bothering with it, really. They're going to try to knock this 5th base down. I don't know that they did, but Zealot's on the other side as well. MaxPax with the counterattack, but he's not going to get much done. A lot of Banelings there. The base looks like it's still alive for MaxPax, +3 halfway done. Hive on the way as well. It's getting absolutely chaotic here. And somehow that Archon's still alive. Okay. Zealot's going to find a lot of Banes. That's not something they want to do, but given choice between Banes and Probes, maybe we'll take the Banes. But Stalker's Warfan, they say, yeah, that's fine. But now here comes MaxPax on the left side once again. He's been trying to crack this nut for quite a while, but he can't really. And that Archon that survived so long, and so many war stories. Well, it's dead now. It's in the ground. It's at peace, folks. Banelings and Lings can't hurt it anymore. All right, but how here, Ling Bane again trying to roll on it. Good Warpins, though, actually prevent Banelings to find their way into the mineral line. These are +2 Banes. They do one-shot workers, but now here come the Mutas as well. Su going all in on this one. Does he have what it takes to knock the army down? It looks like he's starting to punch through in the extreme. 13 workers die anyways. Roaches, Lings, Ravagers, they're all getting on top of this base, but it's not dead just yet. Now he got it. Okay. And the Zealots on the right side, the reinforcements, there are enough Banes defensively to be the bane of MaxPax's existence. Su, it didn't look like the first level of that fight was working, but MaxPax ran out of room to blink backwards, to micro backwards. And Su was able to punch his way through. Finally, he gets that economic damage that he's been looking for. And he's got Ultras on the way. He's got that next level of tech. He has Adrenal Glands, +2 armor, no +3 attack just yet. He has been able to develop himself further into this game, whereas MaxPax is still Mr. Gateway Man. When we see Hero play this, we do have when we see Hero play this style, we do have transitions into Disruptors or Colossus or eventually Skytoss maybe, if the game goes late like this. But MaxPax is stuck on the mid-game style, and this is something I believe we saw. I got summaries of the MaxPax Lambo series. I didn't get to see it. But I'm told, at least, I believe one of the games played like this as well, where MaxPax played well, but he didn't seem to really understand. And this is actually Showtime versus, I forget who he played. He played a Zerg. We saw a similar idea from Showtime. A Laser, maybe, where he just didn't really seem to understand the transitions out of the style. Like, he understood the pressure and that, but he didn't quite understand the inflection points of how you get out of it and how you develop your position for further, as well as, say, a Hearthstone or a Neeb or specifically a Hero. Yes, MaxPax is... well, DreamHack ended today, and MaxPax didn't win, so that's how you know. In terms of this series, I don't know. I intentionally did not look at the results from this so I could cast it in good faith. But here comes MaxPax. Once again, he's lost a base, but I mean, he's still got a lot of stuff here. Zealot's knocking down a lot of these Lings and Morphing Beams as well. Stocked out to blink backwards. Only 2 Archons at this point. With as heavy of a commitment as Banelings are that Su has been committing to, I feel like I'd like more. And MaxPax does have, actually, he's short on minerals, not really gas. But he will be forced back once again. And wow, this was a lot of great pressure. Oh, it's the prison of the mind, or certainly the prison of the zealots. But Ultra says no. Ultra, with a good transfuse, does say no. Yeah, these are replay alerts. So this series happened this morning. So I'm not in the game. This is the YouTube clean feed VOD that I'm casting off of. So, this happened like somewhere between 6 and 10 a.m. this morning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. Actually, just I like WTL, but I can never catch it when it's on. It's just an awkward time for me. So we gotta do this here. As now Bailey's come crashing on into this base. The MaxPax has held for so damn long. 13, 14 workers fall. Stalkers trying to knock down the Ultras. You know what? I played Rainer Party Revival. I know Stalkers can do a pretty nice job against Ultras, but only if you are a single Stalker versus an Ultra. That's not what this is. Sue, he's at a 140 supply. He's actually not mining all that. He's mining a lot more. Well, okay, he's mining 1,000 more minerals, mining 1,000 more, or 800 more gas. Yes, his economy is significantly better. And MaxPax, while he's doing a good job of keeping creep back, he's never really able to step foot on creep. He's never really able to make that further forward. I think WTL starts like 6 a.m. US East, but yeah, close enough, Archgator. Okay, let's do a little bit of damage on the left side. Hero's Gateway Man style is fantastic because it's like Trap playing when we first saw the Double Stargate style is when Trap was doing, where you'd watch Trap play, he would kill all the Zergs, and he would eat all these branching styles and knew exactly what to do. And then we saw, all these other Protoss, and they did the same thing, and they would just die because they didn't understand it as well. We're seeing something similar here where Neeb, Harstim, and Hero most of all, understand not only the way you play with the Mr. Gateway Man style, but how you build out of it and the different ways you want to play it. Whereas we see these other players, they just don't seem to have as deep of an understanding of how the style works compared to, say, a Hero or a Neeb or a Harstim. And then that means that we have games like this where, we have these Zerg or the Protoss that are finding value and looking good. And then the game, eventually, the Zerg is able to expand and grow up and, not be Peter Pan anymore. Whereas the Protoss player is not. So Banelings go in. Ultra Harass is a wonderful thing. And now the Lings, they try to fly in, but they're not going to be all that successful. Where is Snack Cat? Where's my mouse? Bang! Bang! Something production did to me on the final day. Don't worry, I'm bringing it up just for you. Sorry about that. We're gonna get this. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Nothing at all. We're fine. We need a green screen this though. There we go. There's Snack Cat is now. Here comes the Lings, the Banes, the Ultras, everything into MaxPax's army. Once again, it doesn't kill the army, but it does deny pretty much all the mining that MaxPax has left here, as he is now down to 80 supply. Sue is still maxed out. Sue is still mining. And MaxPax isn't. MaxPax lost the 5th base. Cracklings are a powerful, terrible, wonderful thing. And as the Ultras start, or excuse me, as the Archons try to find their way on the low ground, there's no more stag defense. They're just popping. Yeah, Archons do a fantastic job against Ultras. Don't get me wrong, but you need them. You need economy, and you need money, and you need all these things that really MaxPax does not have. Sue puts the Kwangdong Freecs on series point. Let me skip. Oh, there we go. Snack Cat. Huh? Sorry, we're gonna do that again. Huh? There we go. Where was I going with this? wait. No, Archgator. I'm pretty sure I'm less professional on the ESL streams than I am on my own streams. No, but I do love talking to pros about this style in particular, because when I was doing my prep work for Scarlet, or the Scarlet Neeb series, and just in general, I was talking to her about this PvZ, and she's like, I'm like, okay, this is my understanding of the hero, the modern PvZ. And she was saying, no, Bayo, that is a week old. Now it is less oracles, like 2 oracles. You take, you still take a quick third, but you take a much quicker Twilight, delayed Forge. You get 540 blink, and then you have a delayed +1. Then you really mass expand and whatever. This style of PvZ is at the top, at the top theory crafting level of, you know, hero and hero, Hearthstone, and Neeb, really. And hero's really leading it. And then we have the West. We're starting to see minor Western divergences. It's changing day by day, week by week, as they develop it, and as Zerg players learn to counter it. But yeah, Archgator, you're saying my ESL streams, I'm so... Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about my EPT streams. So, I run production on the B... if I'm ever on the ESL B stream, or you're seeing me on, say, King of Battles, not only am I casting, I'm running the entire production. I have a production suite with tickers and match updates and highlights and fly-ins and all these things. If I'm doing an EPT up by myself, I have the ticker, but I don't really have the fly-ins and stuff because it doesn't really work for the bracket, the tournament format. Yeah. So it was so nice, actually. It was actually really nice. When I was on the main stream, and like I can actually ask decent interview questions now, because I've kind of gotten my head around being able to cast pretty well while running production and being ready to do replay buffer things and highlights and whatever, and getting all that queued up. What I haven't gotten my head around yet is doing all that casting and writing down the notes I need to do good interviews. Not just yet. So then I go and I'm on mainstream and I have like production in my ear saying, yeah, we're gonna do this thing. I'm like, great. I just get to sit and talk about StarCraft. I don't have to do anything else. I'm only doing one job. I'm not doing 3. It's incredible. It's so nice. And then I can actually figure out that Acheron, his name comes from a vampire book, and he's literally Edward, which was the best meme out of the group stage. He's not an eagle. We don't have to learn about birds of prey and harpy eagles that literally hunt calves and deer. Oh no, I'm not saying I'm disappointed with my performance acting. I'm just saying it was so much easier being on the mainstream than like what I was saying is I'm much happier with my ability to do interviews when I'm not producing and like when I'm not doing literally everything else as well. So it's nice. I'm spreading happiness and joy. Like I think I did a better job. Yeah, so anyway, Oracle flies in, trying to find... it's a couple workers. And realistically, you're just trying to find stuff. If you're playing the triple Oracle style, you're looking for about 6. That's what, like, what I've noticed to be very much the break-even point, at least in the hero style. And MaxPax is playing that triple Oracle style, what I find interesting. And part of this is what he understands, what he's seen on the map state. Part of it is that Blackburn, it's not the smallest map, is he has both sets of Oracles on the map right now. I mean, Blitz, I still can play the game, but I can't play the game at the level that I was when I was at the top. Well, not the top, when I was at my best. Because I literally do not have the time. It's funny, though, when I have time to, like, play a couple games, how good I am compared to where I should be, because I cast so much, that while my mechanics are not where they need to be right now. What's the word? My mechanics are not where they need to be right now, because I see so much StarCraft on a daily basis, and I think about so much StarCraft on a daily basis. I'm actually able to beat a lot of stuff I shouldn't, because like my mechanics are terrible and I'm banking all this much, but I know what they're going to do, so I can just counter it. Which is really the interesting setup. As we will see, the 4th base just gets denied. Delayed for a little bit. But yeah, I'm no longer 4,500 MMR. If I had the time, I could get back there pretty quickly, I think. But full-time PhD student and almost full-time caster. And I develop production assets on the side. So yeah. At some point. Anyway, MaxPax will take the gold here, and I'm excited to see what he's learned from that last game. And actually, the really cool thing, about this is the fact that Sue is doing the style that I've heard rumors that some Zergs are starting to talk about how Hydraling Bane is actually really good. Is actually really good against this Mr. Gateway Man style, which makes sense. Hydras are very good against Stalkers. Ling Bane means the Zealots don't really get on top of it. Oh, Noir Blood. Here we go. There's a cat. Wait. Cat on my microphone. Second cat eaten today. Hold on. Although I was very happy to find out, and I checked with Zombie Grub after when she did Korea last night, that I was not eating one of her cats. It was just a random cat off the street. And I feel much better about that. It was delicious, but I wouldn't want to deny her one of her pets. So, random cat off the street, not her cat. We're good. Yeah, the interesting thing about this one, Hectic, is first of all, I want to point out what MaxPax is doing here, where, well, he's actually just going to lose the Robo. That is unfortunate. One of the... Oh, no. Okay, Shield Battery Recharge keeps it alive. One of the things we've actually started to see, and if you saw Steadfast Casting last night, he was talking about it a lot, is a couple things make this different from the stat style a couple years ago. First and foremost, it's a lot greedier from the Protoss. They're able to get a fourth base up much quicker. They're able to get third base up much quicker. On top of that, and a fifth base up much quicker. Thank you, MaxPax. Fifth base before 8 minutes. On top of that, their walls are much better. Hey, look, if I had a cat, I would mind somebody eating my cat. Oh, that'd be horrible. I miss my cats. They're in Virginia. I wasn't able to take any of them with me. Well, they haven't. In fairness, they haven't been my cats since I moved out of high school, or moved out for college. And they're 9 or 10 years old now. I got them when I was in winter of my sophomore year. But I do miss them. And I'm looking forward to whenever I go home to visit next so I can hang out with my cats again. But now here comes Sue onto the other side of the map. But hey, a good stage trap will keep MaxPax alive for now. But we were talking about this style. Okay, it's okay. So what makes this different? It is a quicker fourth, even a quicker fifth, an ability to be greedier, as we're going to see MaxPax look to surround these Lings, get as many of them as he can, but also Sue looking to defend them with Ling, Bane, Hydra, so the Stalker's got to be very careful in this scenario. +1 melee not yet done, so the Banelings and Lings are not as powerful as they could be, but still a little scary. Hey, Jean Sim. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. But, yeah... I love this style because that means that stuff is just fighting all the time. As the Zealot warp in, 4 of them will be saved, the rest of them die. But it also means I can't talk about the deeper analysis of the game. This makes me very sad. But the second hallmark, okay, we've got a second hallmark of this style, and we're not really seeing it in this game necessarily, is much better walls. We're starting to see Protoss almost fully wall off their third base and just keep Stalkers exposed. Have shield batteries behind, just keep Stalkers exposed. So these run-bys that were killing Zerg or killing Protoss in the previous style, +2 Banelings just saying, you don't get to do anything. Well, they can't break their way in unless they want to waste so many of the Banelings that it's really not worth it. But now here comes a little bit of a Ling Bane run by, but Sue, he's got this set up a little interestingly. So he's actually, it looks like he's trying to force MaxPax into a fight or a bit of a trap, but no, MaxPax, he blinks left. He says, okay, that's fine. I'm going to fight this bit of the army before the rest of the army comes in. But now the rest of the Hydras, the Lings, and the Banes are here, and it gets a little bit more difficult. The army of MaxPax cannot fight the entire army of Sue right now. We do not have any disruptors. Nothing really that splashes down that deals with the Hydras. But here come the disruptors. Are the splits going to be good? Oh, good shot on the backside there. But you got to wait for the Oh, okay, there we go. That's exactly what MaxPax is looking for as he looks to take us to a game number 7. Looks for that ace match here. Zealots warp in, but they just don't do much of anything. But most of the Hydras now, they're gone out of the army. What we need to do, though, we need to wait for disruptors. We need to wait for those cooldowns. They're not there just yet. So it looks like MaxPax took a great fight for a second, but he's lost almost every single probe in this 4th base. He looks like he's going to lose the 5th base as well, as now Zergling's getting on top of the disruptors. You absolutely sacrifice some lings for a ton of disruptors. Said Yezu, it is a birthday hat. We're going to ignore that it's a mask because I didn't have anything else. And Pigman for the win. Thank you so much for the field birthday man wishes. But okay. MaxPax, he quote-unquote holds. He holds. But 15 pros have died. His gold base is taking hull damage. He lost so much of that army. Because yes, said Yezu. On my birthday stream, I meant to go to the store and get a birthday hat. Actually, I meant to get one yesterday and wear it on the broadcast, but the games were too beguiling and I didn't want to leave any, so I just kind of stayed at home today during my birthday and watched StarCraft instead. How dare I? How could I do such a thing? Production value, please. Okay, MaxPax, at least he will be able to deny this 6th base. No, my birthday's today, Extenius, not March 31st. I don't know what made you think that my birthday is March 31st. It's today, June 5th. Yes, macaron, chacaron. Man, the cats, every time we went to a break yesterday, the Cats was just, because Clement gone and visited Macron, so he had that in his head. Cats was just like, macaron, chacaron. And I'm like, Cats, if I enjoyed that song before, I really don't now. But Su's army is big enough that he can take the fight at the front. He can force MaxPax to keep most of his army there while simultaneously harassing the gold base, preventing that one from mining. Although, yes, I understand that your name is Macaroon, and I could do with a macaroon. Someone send me birthday macaroon. I'm desirous of it. I need it. Give it to me. So long, though, as Banelings are not part of this army on the north side, Zealots can deal with it pretty well with the 2-2 Zealots. I mean, that's heavily upgraded. And as we do add more... Well, okay, there are Banelings there. Never mind. I didn't see the Banes, and apparently neither did MaxPax. So he sends Zealots to their doom, to their death. A shout out to Blackburn, I guess. Shout out to MaxPax for holding on. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. After that horrendous fight outside of his 5th base. But I guess he traded just well enough, and it took long enough for Su to rebuild that MaxPax was actually fine for now. But the next thing we got to worry about is Zealots find a lot of these charge slots and links. There's just really not enough to properly deal with them. Oh, good Disruptor shot, though. The Hive is just about done for Su. And when the Hive completes, suddenly you have Vipers. Vipers are the ultimate answer to any sort of Robotech. I gotta say, though, I am very happy. I could have sent Sam out for... Here's the problem. Steadfast lives in Canada. I live in New Hampshire. It's like an 8-hour drive from where I live to where he lives. I send him out and back. That'd be his entire day. And price of gas right now, I don't want to pay for that. That's an expensive birthday hat. Okay. I am actually very surprised to not see Vipers immediately. Maybe I missed it on the production tab because I was too busy making Steadfast Samwise GMG jokes. But 21 workers do follow because these are +2. These are +2 Banes, and no amount of upgrades saves the probes there. No problem for Amazon, sure, but yeah, that requires like preparation, and I kind of forgot about it. So we're wearing an N95 on our heads instead. Force out. But now MaxPax, he's close to max out here. He's on 3 Colossus. He's got some disruptors, and he's looking to hit this timing before the tech of Su is ready on the next level. So disruptor shots going to go out right now. Banelings making some decent connections, but still Su not quite getting the fight he wants just yet. Archon's a little bit exposed, though. Stalker, or we might see the Hydras look down and try to snap that down, but instead the Stalkers blink forward. Su's creep, though, is rather powerful, rather scary, so it is hard for MaxPax to take this fight, especially without any sentries. So the Banelings, they come crashing in once again, but a lot of the Banelings, they're not getting their connections. I think we saw 1 Colossus fall, but 2 are still there. Lingbean Hydra, I think, is really good against this bleeding edge hero style. If you're not running into that bleeding edge hero style on the ladder, you will not like it. Lingbean Hydra against Stargate openers, like against 2-gate Stargate, is horrible. All right, so MaxPax took a fairly decent fight. But Vipers are now on the way as well. Ultra's now on the way as well. And here comes the fight here. Yeah, there we go. Just abducts on top of one Colossus. It does go down. Good save on some more. Second of Colossus does go down. You can't save that one. And then MaxPax, again, his economy, not even his economy. Well, yeah, not even his economy. Just it looks like actually harassment from Su's looking good. But his army tech really is just getting reset over and over and over again. And every time this happens, Su maintains his economy. MaxPax loses some. And MaxPax really, I think, only mining about 2 bases right now because that gold base is pretty close to mine out. As Zergling's looking for a run by, third base, not really all that susceptible. Yeah, Vipers are the answer to every single robo unit in the game. Because remember, robo units are strong when you have positioning, when you're able to, say, get your disruptor shut off, or when your Colossus are able to sit back and fire the entire game. If it's just a game where they can't do anything, I mean, robo units are squishy. Maybe less so on Immortal, but against Ling Hydra, they're squishy. So, hey, Dave Testa. Thank you so much. $15. I do appreciate it. I don't know why that doesn't have an audio. That doesn't have an audio cue. Made a mistake. Hope your day is going well. Does the Viper abduct interrupt the disruptor shot? I believe it does. And generally, I mean, it's something I should know, but it's one of those things where like you abduct it and then it's dead before the shot goes off anyway. So like, I don't know. Hey, Zeratul 420. What would Zeratul be like if he was constantly stoned? I don't know. I think we need a StarCraft alternate universe story where we have just... Actually, how would he even do that? Because he doesn't have a mouth. Hey, Dave Testa, thanks so much for gifting a sub to John Sim. Okay, but here comes Su one more time. Good feedback though on the Vipers means that, well, that's the answer to the Vipers, right? You get the good feedback. Storms land, but the Banelings, they still come crashing in. Ultras giving them a face hug, but not going to be good enough. So instead, it's going to be the Lings and the Ultras on the harass on this base that realistically kind of is mined out anyways. Only 3 mineral patches. 15 workers have died, sure, but it's not really all that impactful. The Stalkers, MaxPax not really blinking them. Feels like his hands are failing him here. He's never quite where he needs to be. Su, with the agency, with the activity on the map, he's going to kill 2 bases. 31 workers go down, and MaxPax is always just a second behind. He's reacting instead of being proactive, and that is a big problem because now Su, he still has his economy. He still has got his 5-6 bases. He's maxed out. He's got a bank. MaxPax mining only about 1,500 minerals a minute. He does not have that bank. He's only on 130 supply. He lost a lot of that tech. As he moves on into Ultras, sure, or into Immortals, Archon, sure, wonderful against the Ultras. Zeratul is still a prophet, you're correct. All right, Banelings come crashing in once again. MaxPax has the pull this time, but... Oh yeah, so he's going to knock the Banelings down as well, so really no damage there. But we're at that point where Su is at 100... Well, Su is significantly higher on army supply. He's been able to out-position MaxPax once again. Now, he's getting things that only kind of matter, right? He's knocking down bases that aren't mining all that much. He is knocking down workers when MaxPax can't really efficiently mine off those workers anyways. But by knocking down, say, the wall, by allowing room for the Lings to find their way on in, as I believe they have cracked, they do have +3, he can tear down. He now has another win condition. If he runs into the main base, if MaxPax is, say, defending the 5th, suddenly all of MaxPax's production is gone. That's a big problem. And Dave, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Nezarobari as well. No, so Dave, what happened is I got raided by ESL, and then you opened up my stream as well. So I'm pretty sure what happened there, like you just had the rated stream and the real one. Oh, 3 at the Templar go down. That actually is. I mean, this is hard for MaxPax right now, but that makes it even more difficult. StarCraft just got a balance update middle March. So I've been talking all night, at least when we have these PVZs, about how the PVZ meta is changing week by week, like day by day at the highest level. And it's really exciting. So it's instead of going to Stargate turtle style, it is moving into really high tempo, really aggressive. And we're also seeing players try to play it. Like MaxPax has been trying to play it 2 games today, and he's not really. It seems like he just doesn't have the understanding that that Hero does, who is really leading the style right now. Now here come the Banelings once again. Storms, though, are going to be nice for now. Banelings coming in from every side, just looking for those big booms. And they're actually not going to get it. Running into Archons once again. Su is trading incredibly cost inefficiently right now. Shield battery overcharge popped as well, but good Blinding Cloud forcing Su out of this position. And again, MaxPax, he takes the fight. He's up 20 army supply here. He has 33 workers. That's where the supply deficit is. Oh no, sorry, MaxPax down 20 army supply. But MaxPax is trading so gosh darn efficiently that, I mean, if he keeps doing this, I don't know though. Su is up like 4 bases. Yes, Penguin. What an excellent summary of the campaign. All right, but this Ling run by is going to put quits on the 5th base of MaxPax. It's not going to blink around, and this army for MaxPax is still terrifying. That's going to be a free ultra. Look how quickly it dies, even with 5 armor, because Archons and Immortals have a lot to say about that one. But here, the problem really, MaxPax has to kill 1, 2, 3. He has to kill 6 bases. MaxPax only has 3 bases to give, so now here come the Lings, the Banes, the Ultras. Good storms though. MaxPax only attacking from one side, but oh man, the Blinding Cloud, so damn good. It just means that this army of MaxPax that is still terrifying. Well, it's only terrifying it's able to fight. So MaxPax now blinking backwards, or well, moving backwards here. We're gonna see one Colossus fall, but actually the second one's staying alive here. Wait a minute. Does MaxPax have what it takes? He's found an army supply lead. 48 Lings on the way, 50 Lings on the way, but the Archons are still here. I don't know how much Larva Stu has. Doesn't have a lot of money either. The problem is, Su has both contested bases. So MaxPax, he realized he can't move in much further. He has to knock down the outlying bases. And imagine if MaxPax hadn't lost his 5th. That maybe there's a shot, but now Lings are just going to surround everything. 3-2 Lings with crack, with speed. They knock it down. And that means Su secures the 4-2 victory for Kwangdong Freecs. He's looking damn good.